There we go. Because we're just using my funny smartphone. It just died on us. Woo! We were just explaining just now about the housing. Before you go and get your chickens, get the chicken coop together. Make sure it's the right size for the number of chickens you're getting.
So, if you want to get about 3 or 4, you need this hen house. It's made for 3 to 4, but we only have 3 in the moment, so we could fit another one in there, but we're not going to shove a ton of chickens in every coop. Now, this one can fit around, it says 6, but I think it's more like 8.
Yeah, we've had 8 in there before, haven't we?
Yeah, there's like a ton of cockles jammed in.
Yeah.
They're all big. They're very big cockles.
This is the one that we particularly recommend, isn't it? The Devon Hen
best.
House from Chicken Coops Direct.
That's nice. And I do recommend a cuddle with Flavia.
Yes,
Very
we
cute.
also recommend lots of cuddles with your chickens when you get them.
I don't always want cuddles though.
And then we've got this. How many is that one for?
That one is for around 14 to 18.
Yeah, it's a big
one.
big one.
So we can fit a lot of chickens in there. So the next batch of chicks that we're getting is they're going to probably go in there.
Yeah, we've got spare capacity. But there are other hen houses available on the market. There's the posh one, the plastic igloo from Omelette.
Yeah,
we haven't tried that out yet, have we?
Yeah, there's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. Maybe we'll get one of those secondhand and try it out so that we can tell people
see
about that.
if it's easy.
Yeah, there's some really gorgeous, expensive ones from Flight So Fancy. And they're designed to look like little gypsy caravans. Oh, they're so cute. But they do sort of standard ones as well. And if money was no object, I'd go down to Flights of Fancy and pick me one of their. Because I've got a friend who's got one of their hen houses, and they're a bit gorgeous. But I do know people who just make sort of makeshift houses out of their garden sheds and stuff.
It's quite easy to make them out of your garden shed. So we've got a garage over there that could be made into a hen house. But we won't. We definitely won't.
So before we got our chickens, we got all our kit. We got the hen house up, we got the run. We didn't have the range sheet then, but we filled it with the wood shavings. And we had the drinker, the feeder. We'd ordered our feed. You need layers. What is it we'll get for our chickens?
Layers pellets.
Yep.
Layers pellets. They love them. And when they're chicks, little tip, you give them growers pellets, not layers, because they'll help them grow.
Wait a minute. When they're tiny chicks, don't they have chick crumbs?
Yeah, they're chick crumb, and then when they've got quite a few feathers, they're not fully feathered, you start moving them onto growers pellets, and then once you've done that, once they're fully grown, your ladies, and then you give them layers pellets, and that's worked really well for Scarla. She started laying. Also Blossom, we got our first green egg. Blossom. Oh, she's proud of herself.
Now we've got a big area. The chickens have got about an acre and a bit to roam around because they're not shut in this enclosure, are they?
No.
At all. They're free ranging all day. But say somebody had a tiny garden.
They go all the way over there. If you have a tiny garden, I'd recommend just getting that coop instead of getting a medium-sized one or a big one. So that's probably the one to get when you're starting off.
Or an igloo, because if you've got money anyway.
If you've got money, then you can get an igloo.
They also, Pets at Home and places, they've got, most of those places have, some people keep their chickens in rabbit hutches. I wouldn't recommend that because you need proper perches and that.
Yeah.
But you can get them quite cheaply.
Also, you can, it's not recommended. Hello, Anna. Nice, making a bit of a racket. But you can keep bunny rabbits in with chickens, some people say.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't either.
But it's possible. I mean, if you don't give your chickens lots of expensive treats, the feed, you can, depending where you get it from, if you only have 3 chickens or something, it's not going to cost you an awful lot a month. I don't know, 15, 20 quid, something like that. We spend a lot on ours.
If you've got 14.
Yeah, we got 14.
And we've a little bit overfed. I have a lot of
You
treats.
can't really overfeed a chicken. You can feed them the wrong sort of stuff. But we give ours the basic layers pellets.
Yeah.
And then what do we give them for treats?
Mixed corn. They
Mixed
love
corn.
it.
I buy wild bird feed as well from the supermarket, and mealworms, of course, and sweet corn out of the tin.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
Especially rice. They love the rice. They love rice as well.
Yeah. But I would say if you're concerned you won't have enough space, if you have a small garden, if it's about 5 by 6 metres, i.e. 30 metres squared, 50 metres, then you can keep about 3 chickens in it.
Yeah.
But you've got to make sure, if you've got a nice lawn, if you have too many chickens, they will just dig the whole thing up. We've had quite a complicated thing with our chickens where we've had to move their main area because it was in the orchard and it all got mashed up. But we'll show you that on another episode, maybe. Should we finish there, please?
Yes, thank you for watching and goodbye.